like the video if you watching live. Appreciate everybody. These are totally improv. I was gonna go live on a totally different topic today, kind of different, but I didn't know it was Canelo and Berlanga press conference. No, I didn't watch the press conference, but I seen a couple interviews by Canelo. So I'm gonna cook about a half hour, maybe 45, 40 minutes, no more than an hour. I don't even think it'll be that long. It depends on how the support is, but do me a favor. If you come through the building, double tap the screen, like the video on the replay. Just hit the like button. Don't forget, check out the Patreon. Appreciate y'all for supporting the Patreon. So salute to everybody supporting the Patreon, man. You can find that link in the link tree under Patreon. I believe it's in the description as well too. You can find me everywhere through the link tree, other channels, other platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X. For whatever reason, X won't let me go live no more on there. So it's like fuck it. Instagram going live be acting dumb too. So it's like fuck it. Um, so that is what it is. So mainly right now is YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. So y'all can support me on those platforms. Those links in the description. Also, you can check out the podcast platform. I don't put the vertical lives on the podcast. I could. I'm just being lazy, but nonetheless. So for the most part, Canelo Alvarez. I just read the title. I ain't gonna cap. He was saying it in Spanish, but he basically said he thought Canelo Madrimov beat Terence Crawford. Let's start off there. Canelo just I just know I never respected him as a true fighter. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna put him in a Ryan Garcia category, but like I keep telling people, people come in and say, "Well, Canelo don't earn anything." Shout out to Rocket, salute. Canelo didn't learn anything. Okay, um, it didn't earn anything. Canelo was given the blue carpet treatment from the beginning. His first fight was at a catchweight with Matthew Haddon, Ricky Haddon, I think a younger brother. I think he trains the nephew, his son Luke Campbell. I could be wrong on that one. I think that's his name. But yeah, Canelo ain't earned shit. He was given gift after gift. He was given. He ain't had to earn nothing hard. No did he. From Ryan Rose to Matthew Haddon to Jose Cotto. Fighting old ass Shane Mosley, the open scoring versus Austin Trout. And don't forget, he could have went to jail because that strawweight, put that diller on his wife. Yeah, I think it was his girlfriend. I don't even know if he with that woman no more. Because y'all forgot when that strawweight, you know, uh, gave Canelo's bitch the two pump special with a church's biscuit on the side, and he beat him up for dropping that D in his girl. See, y'all don't remember that because y'all wasn't no boxing fans, and Canelo put hands on him allegedly, and it was like in a warrant for his arrest around Mexico, and he beat Austin Trout, and one of the reasons he beat Austin Trout was because Austin Trout found out how wide the scorecards was, and they was robbing him, so he had to fight a whole different way down the back stretch of that fight. Like I said, he was gifted everything. He been gifted decisions. He been gifted, changing the weights at the right at the weigh-ins allegedly. I mean, he been popped for peds. I mean, we already know. Only reason he got popped for peds is because Gennady Golovkin wouldn't conform to what they wanted to conform to. So when they say he earned it, man, he ain't earned nothing, bruh. He ain't earned a damn thing. And I'm stand on that. I'm gonna stand. He didn't earn anything in the sport of boxing. It was all given to him. He was gifted, spots on the Mayweather undercard. He was a distinguished looking Mexican. Oscar De La Hoya coined him. That had a lot to do with it as well too. And he had some talent, but he got a lot of gifts. And it was rumors. I mean, I remember going back into the mid 2010s, early 2010s, that they were setting up his fights way before that alleged Kovalev setup. So, like I said before, I never really respected Dog like that. He never really got it out the mud as a fighter. Shout out to my boy Ronnie Boy Fresh and Trump approves. He nearly never got it out the mud like that. And I mean, some guys can do that. McGregor then lost like his last 4 or 5 fights or something like that, and he's still gonna sell. So, Big G salute. Trump approves. Say, speak a fat dude, giving everything, fighting guys with catch weights and rehydration clause. Sugar Ray Leonard was kind of like that, but he had to earn some shit. He had to beat Roberto Benitez. He got the record that'll never be broken. Youngest world champion in history. What was he, 19, 20? That would never be broken legally. It can't be broken until they change the rules. Um, he had to thug it out and lost his eye versus Tommy Hearns. Basically, that was the rumor. But, he had a lot of blue carpet treatment too. He was the original Golden Boy. And yes, the original Golden Boy was black. I know it's hard to believe. He was just that good of an Olympian. I believe they didn't wear headgear then, so people seen his face. So double tap the screen and like the video. But yeah, he was just that good, bro. So, say what you want to say about him. They say that he was the reason it went from 15 to 12 round fights. And, he was the I think he was the inventor of catch weights and stuff. But he was a damn good fighter. But nonetheless, for Canelo Alvarez, man, it's just, he don't, he just want to, be a Walmart greeter at this point. And like I said, if a lot of us had the same opportunity to get big money in the bum bash, we would be saying F the integrity of boxing too. So I get what he's doing, and I ain't even mad at it. Because if people enable you to do something, if you enable a child to do something, and you don't stop the child or condemn the child from making the same mistakes, when he go out into the real world and he got to face real, or she got to face real authority, and they get taught, how can you be mad at real authority for teaching a lesson to your son or daughter that you should have taught to them? So, like I said before, my thing is this: y'all still watch the press conference. Y'all media still showed up to the press conference. It still was a big thing. People still gonna tune in and stream it, watch it. You gotta think about it. They don't just look at the pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? They don't just look at them pay-per-views, man. They look at the engagement on social media, the impressions, the clicks, all that stuff. So people still gonna tune in. So if you gonna still watch it, I don't give a fuck if you steal it, stream it. If you gonna still watch it, retweet it, and do it, do all that. That's as good as buying a pay-per-view to them. So it is what it is. So if you still gonna participate and watch the press conference and comment and say fuck this and this, that, woo, 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 you still gonna watch it, stream it, and complain about it, man, I still fight too. Come on. If you dog out one of your women, and she conform and she fall in line, why would you treat the bitch good? I'm just saying, why would you? If you dogging her out and that's working for you, why wouldn't you just keep doing that's working? So the Canelo fight Berlanga, then it's a rumor that he coming back to fight in Japan in December. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he'll be fighting Bud in Japan in December, but the rumor is, where WBO said that Bud got to make a decision to fight Fondor or Canelo, according to Samson Tulowitzki, by December. So I don't know if he's going to go over to Japan and go over there and fight Bud. Maybe the Japanese in Turkey gonna find a way to pay him $150 million. I don't know. Maybe he just using Bud name. That's the name that's coming up to sell the fight. Don't nobody care about Berlanga. Berlanga went from fighting dudes outside the top 15 to fighting the number one guy, the champion, the Hukahana, the honcho, of 168 pounds. Like, Berlanga's so fucking bad, bro. Like, Berlanga is ass. He put the SS in ass. He is that bad. He make Rolly look like a world-class fighter. Let's not get it twisted. Berlanga is trash. I think if he masters some fundamentals, he'll be all right. But if Canelo don't fight Berlanga, he should be forced to walk away from the sport. Ain't no way he can't fight Ignar Berlanga. He should be able to beat Ignar Berlanga. I just don't understand that. Why can't he beat it? He don't stop Ignar Berlanga. This fight shouldn't leave outside the fourth round. But, back on point, shout out to 1 hour, shout out to Mason, shout out to Man I Love Boxing. I seen that. They put Crawford and Spence full fight up. But then, you say, I think Madrimov, won that fight. Like, he's just saying that because he don't want to fight Terence Crawford. This nigga got an Uncle Ruckus phobia. He don't want to fight no black fighters. He go out there and he tell that reporter, I forget who it was, well, I don't want to fight no movers. Shit, you fought Charlo. And you couldn't even stop a dude coming off a broken hand in a whole year plus layoff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to fight movers. Okay, we can respect that. In some parallel universe, in a Spider-Verse or a multiverse, whatever. Okay, but Benavidez ain't no mover. Benavidez come right at you. Okay, why you don't want to fight Benavidez? I can understand why you don't want to fight David Morrell. Morrell ain't got no name. So you don't want to fight a mover in Terence. Then you don't want to fight a guy that come at you in David Benavidez. Then just say, I just don't want to fight no top fighters no more. You don't want to go lick back versus Dimitri Bivol. You're not going to get in there with Arthur Beterbiev, which I don't blame you for that. I wouldn't want to do that neither. But, and then, who you don't want to fight Berlanga? Like, how do you justify that? Because he's Spanish? Like, this dude is ass. I believe, what's that brother name at 50? Xander Zayas got a better chance at beating Canelo than Edner Berlanga. Felix Trinidad can come off the street right now and train for 8 to 12 weeks, and he got a better chance of beating Canelo Alvarez. Ronnie Boy Fresh, get the pads. I got a better chance than Berlanga. Get the pads. Come on, man. We about to go to camp. I got a better chance. Berlanga is ass. And my tank boys. He ain't the type of ass that you want sitting on your face late at night. No, he the type of ass that got the bathroom stinking. Yeah, he fought Plant, that was a mover. He fought Billy Holt, that was a mover. This is a sick Negro right here. This dude is sick. Man, I'll just be like, bruh, I don't know, I'm fighting who I'm fighting. Who want to fight a mover? I mean, Bud had 11 straight knockouts before Saturday. And if Madrimov didn't mail it in, Madrimov got hit with something. I have to go back and watch that fight to see what he got hit with, but he didn't want to punch no more. He'll land the right hand, and then wouldn't follow up. He fainting and dancing. He came to survive. I really didn't know Uzbekistan fighters that like, he never went for the kill in that whole fight. He never went for the kill in that whole fight. I heard people say 10-2. I think that's extreme. I didn't score it, but I just felt Bud was in control. Yeah, he landed a good right hand, and, he did the little Usyk pivot right hand, or for him, left hand. He can punch out southpaw, too, but him right hand, Usyk left. He did some, but he didn't follow up with it. He didn't want to throw no shots. Do I think Bud can go up to 14 more pounds and beat Canelo? Absolutely not. I it's a lot to ask. But if he want to do it, I mean, when has Canelo shied away from fighting a smaller guy? He fought a 140-pound Josito Lopez, who had like one fight at 47. He just so happened to break Victor Ortiz's jaw. He fought career 140-pound Amir Khan. Come on, man. He fought a lot of small guys. He fought a blown-up 147-pound Matthew Haddon for his first title at a catchweight at 154. Come on, how many small guys has this dude fought? If he ain't fighting a small guy, he draining a Chavez to come down to 164.5. He draining somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, and Amir Khan won quite a few rounds versus him too. So to say, oh man, I felt Madrimov won that fight, and I thought Madrimov did, man, that just let you know that he just don't want, he ain't got no zero interest. Anytime somebody say, oh, I want 150, he got zero interest, bro. It's the same thing with David Benavidez. And that's the fight I would like to see. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good fight. I understand why he wouldn't want to fight that fight too. Cause that's like Sergio Martinez fighting Canelo fighting what's the brother name? Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Jr. came in a cruiserweight. Martinez lost his prime in that last 12th round. I'll never forget that fight. I watched that pay-per-view. Them the type of fighters that in your career, coming in heavy, you're an older fighter, leaning on you, laying on you, all that type of shit. So, Benavidez is gonna come in extremely heavy on Canelo. Canelo know if he don't hurt Benavidez, then he gonna get ran out that ring. And if Madrimov was 170 for that fight, Jerome, well, he got hurt every time Bud put two punches together. He got hurt every time Bud put a punch or two together. That's why he wasn't going for the kill. I extensively broke down Madrimov's fights. You know, I did it on the Patreon. I was like, man, I was impressed. And I was impressed how Bud stopped his overhand lefts and rights. He didn't throw many of them, but I was impressed. He didn't commit to the jab. He didn't commit, to the body shots like I seen him do in versus that Raphael dude. I seen him be a lot more aggressive than he was. And if you pay attention, he got a conditioning problem. His mouth always be open for a fight. So, Bud, when Bud, just to give you an assessment real quick of what I thought about Bud at 54, he looked strong. He looked strong, fast. His punches look crisp. He looked pretty strong at the weight. Conditioning looked good. I mean, he moved up, and he only gonna fill in even more at the weight. Shout out to A. Martinez. Shout out to SoCal. So, for Canelo, I respect, hey, I don't want to fight this guy, I can see him, okay, he said it before, I don't have nothing to gain, cool. But for him not to fight David Benavidez and even David Morrell, like I said before, I just feel that you can't stop them guys from getting the opportunity to get a belt. That's not fair to them. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez and Morale should have the opportunity to get a belt and fight each other and unify. That's just the way I felt. He robbed them of an opportunity. Like Pacquiao and Mayweather robbed boxing for years holding that fight up. They robbed boxing of an opportunity, other boxers of opportunity. People just sat there and waited. I mean, Crawford and Spence did the same thing. People had to wait their opportunity, and they, Virgil Ortiz outgrew the weight class. Boots still happened to stay in the gym and be able to make the weight, or his body didn't mature out the weight class. It was a lot of guys. There was a lot of ninjas using it as an excuse too, like Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis. They didn't want to funk at 147. They were scared to go up there. Think about it. Devin Haney could debut at 147 before Josh Taylor technically do. Ryan Garcia could debut at 147 before Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis do. So y'all want to know why Teofimo Lopez can debut at 147 pounds before Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor do. Y'all want to know why 147 ain't got no killers in it no more? Virgil Ortiz, he outgrew the weight class. He outgrew 140. Regis never moved up. Josh never moved up. A lot of these dudes were scared to move up to 140 pounds, 47 pounds. They would say, well, Bud and Spence is holding it up. Okay, what's the excuse now? It's not an excuse. Now you got, guys like Brian Norman Jr., real rough and rugged cat. So you got a guy like T.O. that can challenge him. You got a guy like, Barrios, who I'm not mad at. Barrios is a guy that fought everybody. He didn't fight Regis, but guess what? Hey, if I'm going to go get a Tank Davis payday, I'm going to go fight him. Steonis got done dirty by PBC. So it's a good division. It could be even better had some guys just moved up into and moved in there. And Bud will relinquish Slim. So Norman is going to be champion. Steonis is going to be champion. And Barrios is already champion. And Boots is already champion. So they're going to be champion. And congratulations to Brian Norman, because they brought that man to lose versus that Mexican. That Mexican did Alexis Rocha dirty. They brought him there to lose. It'd be nice his first title defense versus a guy like, if not T.O., it'd be nice to see him defend versus Blair Cobb. I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at him defend versus Blair Cobb. It's a good fight for him. I felt like Boots, that's a good fight in Philly, but that's another conversation for another day. But the back on Canelo, I understand, he fight Bud, what you get. If Bud win, a lot of people are going to universally recognize him as a top 5, top 10. Some people are going to say greatest of all time. Canelo win, he struggled. I mean, hey. If Canelo win, he just beat a smaller guy. He was supposed to win. So I understand that risk, but your job as a fighter is to entertain, is to get the people to fight the fights they want. And Turkey Al-Sheikh ain't playing. He playing for keeps. What he tell Canelo at the fight? You would be smart to take deal, because he know what he gonna do. Dana White and them is gonna push him off the Mexican dates, and they can say all they want to say is, oh man, they always gonna support Canelo and this, that, and the third. We gonna see, because not only is he competing with the UFC for the Mexican dates, well, Benavidez, they saying that they gonna push the fight Better Be Evan Beevil on Cinco de Mayo next year. So he got some type of So now everybody's seeing that Canelo got he ain't gonna fight nobody. So now we gonna sit in there and try to push him off them dates. So that's just what it boiling down to. So I understand why he don't want to fight Terence Crawford, and that's fine. But if you just fought David Benavidez, we wouldn't have shit to cry about. And I understand that's a rough, rugged fight. You're gonna have to fight for 12 rounds. If you don't hurt that man, you're gonna have to box him. And Canelo he ain't all in. He ain't all in. He just wanna cruise on the back half of his career. What Canelo wanna do is just scrape up a couple more dollars and get out of here. That's it. That's it. He just want to get a couple more dollars to pad his retirement, and that's it, bro. And I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad. I just don't like the fact that he stopped Benavidez and Morrell from getting titles. Okay, why do you need to hold up the whole division? Pick a title or two, hold the lineal belt, and that's fine. That's fine. Hold 2 titles, hold 1 title. Let them dudes, thump. Then we could have been getting Benavidez and Morrell. We maybe not without Heyman, but yeah, double tap screen like the video. But in my humble opinion, I understand why he don't want to do it. I do. But you got a smaller guy coming up. You're gonna make more money than you made in a lot of your recent fights. Man, I've been knocked Crawford the fuck out and got the hell out of there. Real talk, I've been a knocked dog out and got up out of there. That should be easy money for Cinnamon. You're going to come in 200 plus pounds. Come in there and knock Bud out. I want 150 million just to not him pricing himself out. And his fan base are radicals. They super duper fans. So they're not going to hold him to, doesn't Morrell have, no, he has the regular title. He had the regular title at 168. He has the regular title now. The champion at 175 is Dmitry Bivol. He ain't had the super title for that long neither. I forgot who had the super title before him. That's a great question. But he ain't even had that super title long at all. And the plan was for Canelo to fight Errol Spence. But Errol Spence wanted to go deviate from the plan to go fight Bud. I ain't mad at it. But he ain't fight Bud because that was the Warriors code. He fought Bud because his community. What'd he tell Bud? I ain't promised you nothing. I promised the fan. He promised the community that shit. That nigga was going to the barbershop and they was saying, when you gonna fight Bud? When you gonna fight Bud? You said once you got all the belts. He had no choice. He wasn't really trying to fight. His pride kicked in. At least he had some pride. He said Madrimov was irky-jerky, fainted all night, not following up with nothing. At least Hot Rod was doing. I knew Hot Rod was going to get Morrell the problem. Hot Rod a tough fighter. Y'all going to put some respect on Better BF name. The way he beat Goldsvik and Benavidez almost, it was tired as hell. He thought he was about to run through Goldsvik. He did just unretire, though. And Better BF broke down Hot Rod in 5 rounds. And Hot Rod beat the brakes and rotors off of Marcus Brown. I think it was the first PBC show they did. And they robbed him. Crawford cooks Canelo. I ain't sure about that, bro. That weight too much. I don't like that fight for him. But hey, go get your money. Canelo said he fought bigger fighters as well. He said he fought bigger. Yeah, he has. He drained him too. Lather, salute. Madrimov was easy 170. Ronnie said Khan was embarrassing Cinnamon. He was until his chin kept flying up. He kept doing the same thing. If Amir Khan can keep his chin down like Rayo did for the most part, he probably would have lasted a few more rounds. Canelo full of it, throwing out high ass prices. Yeah, man. And Floyd Mayweather don't want to see Bud go up there and fight Canelo. He beat Canelo. Floyd don't want to see no nigga better than him. Let me say that right now. He said, Edmonton salute, South to SoCal. He said, job ass Joker talking about easy money, but asking for 150 Bud stoppage in 7. He said Rocket said T.O. think he could beat Crawford. T.O. want to T.O. want to payday. T.O. got to pay that flight attendant he nutted up in. That crazy bitch he nutted up in. And T.O. ain't got no game. See, what T.O. need to do, listen to me. Fuck that kid and that woman. Watch, just say fuck it and pay her and go do your own thing. And then she going to be begging you to see you don't see your son. And then you get to see your son. It's reverse psychology. You know what I'm saying? It's reverse. And he married that chick, man. He wild boy. That's why Fred got slapped over a flight attendant. I'll just say that. That's why Fred got slapped. Fred got slapped over a flight attendant. He got slapped over a flight attendant, my nigga. Them and nurses, dog. Real talk. Them two traveling nurses and flight attendants. You know, nurses got the highest divorce rate. Them flight attendants can't be too. They probably don't even get married. Think about this. They can hide their wholeness from city to city. Shit, wow. He said, I said the same thing, Bud, said the same thing, Bud, like Bud. Kofi, what's going on? Subscribe to Kofi Universe for latest and greatest in hip-hop album news and reviews. G-Money people just hate Crawford, that's all. They hate any dude they hate any black man that's not a stereotypical black man. I'm going to keep saying it. All y'all productive black men that go to work, do your job, take care of your family. You know, you might be boring. You might smoke a cigar, smoke a little weed maybe. You know, you don't got too much drama. You ain't got a bunch of baby mamas going around. They hate that. When you like Tank and you got tattoos and you feeding to stereotypical Pookie Ray Ray ass nigga, that's what they want the face of the black community to be for men. I keep telling y'all that. They diss these Carlton type of dudes. They diss these productive men. Bud got all his kids with one woman, take care of his whole team. His Bomac got in trouble. He got him out of that situation. You know, Steven Nelson got a little trouble. I'm pretty sure he blessed him with opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you productive black, free, straight thinking black man, bro, and they want our image to continue to feed into the narrative of negative and gangster and all that type of shit, man. I be walking around here and the hoes be locking their doors like, bitch, ain't nobody about to do shit to you. Our image, our image ain't bad because of us. Our image is bad because they want it to be bad. Black women's image is becoming bad because of them. When you turn on the TV, you turn on the YouTube and Instagram, they fighting and pulling weaves and, starting fights at the Waffle House and shit like that. Our image, man, they try to, take a few degenerate ass niggas and make them that image, and they try to say we deadbeat fathers and all that. But the CDC say we the best fathers out there. We the most involved fathers out there. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to put the image of a productive, free, straight thinking black man out there that take care of his family, his people. Nah. When they get him on, they want to talk about him getting shot in his head or his mama putting a bag on his head in the hood for him to get. They want to feed into the negativity. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't really nothing that we can do. Until we own a media outlet, and anytime we defend ourselves on these social media platforms against, the anti, people that's against our image or whatever, we get flagged, we get banned, we get our platforms taken. But Ryan Garcia's still out here with all his social media, and he said some foul shit about black people and a bunch of other people. I'm telling you, bro. It is what it is. That's what it is, bro. When you feeding, you got to think about it. Mayweather never got the love that Tank got from everybody. Mayweather got hate. People tune in to watch him lose. So when you put tattoos on you and niggas think you street, and could you imagine if they had the video of Floyd Mayweather, what he did to his baby mama? They had that video. How Tank snatched his chick up and all that type of stuff. Most man, Terence Crawford image would be done. Mayweather image would be done. Why did they love Mike Tyson so much? He had so much negativity around him and people gravitated towards that. You know what I'm saying? That's just what they want. That's just what they want the narrative to be about black men. Keep telling y'all that, bro. So I tell y'all to stay in the shadows, man. Stay out the spotlight. Don't be like, take that. Don't be like Mr. Diddler Diddy. Smash the like button. Salute. Shout out to Kofi once again. He said, so how many belts did Crawford take from me? 1. So he's also the interim for the WBO. So if Fondor don't fight him next, he got to come off that belt unless they come to a deal. And he also put himself in the mandatory position for the WBC. And so will Virgil Ortiz when he wins Saturday. Can't believe they defending this dude and people still watch the Berlanga. Oh, people gonna watch the Berlanga fight, Jarrell Lockhart. They gonna watch about it, talk about it. Most of these niggas ain't got no lives. And I understand Mexicans watching it. It's their holiday, but I think they should demand more. But hey, it's not my community. But he'll be the WBO champion if Berlanga don't fight. I mean, if I'm gonna say Munguia, but if Fondor don't fight him next. And why wasn't Fondor there to jump in the ring? Riddle me that. Why wasn't Fondor there to jump in the ring? If Fondor was trying to really get busy, what did 21 Sabbath say? Call me Mad Max. You know I got that Ziggy with me. I forgot how it go. I got 1, 2, 3. You know, why didn't Fondor jump in the ring? Boots talking about I want to be next. Boots thing and get his boots on, then clap his through 2 boots together like Dorothy and try to get in the ring and make a wish, nigga. You see a lot of people that said he wanted to fight and he lost or he looked bad. Ain't nobody tried to get in that ring and call him out. Fondor ain't nowhere to be found. He from California. Where was he at? Them niggas ain't trying to fight. Come off that belt. And then he gonna have to come off that WBC belt eventually too. He gonna have to come off that WBC too. Cause Bud and Virgil Ortiz on that ass. No did he? Murrah has 10 fights. He's a younger prospect and still growing. Man, if they say you deserve a title shot, Troy, get your title shot. Why Canelo holding it up? For Bud maintaining speed in the fight, he's going to have to, like that for 36 minutes, easily will be able to stand Canelo's talking style. Bud will make him, I don't know, man. Yeah, that's your opinion, but you got to understand physicality, leaning on you, hitting you on your arm. That's a lot of weight. And then your first time jumping up there, too, it's a lot of weight. It's different from fighting a bigger nigga in the street than fighting him in a boxing ring. Regis fighting Cattle Raw, stylistic, boring mouth, stylistic. Fuck Regis. Brian Norman Jr. versus T.O. I'll go to that fight. You see T.O. get his ass whooped. Why T.O. beefing with Bomac because of Bud. He dick sucking Bud. No, all Diddy for him. He wanted BBC so bad. And I said that shit. That's what he want. He want to be black so bad. He want that shit all in his face, like his flight attendant wife be cheating on him while his son in the crib. I said it. I sure did say it. She probably cheating on him with a nigga, Tyrone. Putting clothes on your son after giving your wife the 10 pump special. He said Canelo fighting Spence Jr. next. He fights Spence. That'll be wild. Your job as a fighter to do what's best for you. You can't please everyone. I mean, your job is you got to please somebody because these the people that's paying your bills, Troy. So if you don't entertain, now if they going to pay your bills regardless of who you fighting, that's what he banking on. I ain't mad at it. But, at the end of the day, your job is to entertain the fans. They pay your bills. What Outkast say, what Andre 3000 say, he said, I ran into a friend at the mall the other day. He said, I know you make buku cash. He said, I replied, he said, I live by the check. He said, I live by the beat like you live by the check. So if you don't move your feet, then we don't eat. We like neck to neck. So, it's going to be always somebody say, oh, man, Canelo can do whatever he want to do. And, I mean, it is what it is. Earl is going to be on that Juice versus Fondor. I mean, E&J, I don't know, allegedly. Shit, some people say Fondor on that shit, too, because he dying for a payday. He said, I already read that. He said, Badu Jack vacated the super champion to Adonis Stevenson. Was that the WBA? That's the last time he had it? Man, I just did mine. He said, gotta bleed him. He said, I got to drain by my... What? What is you on, Playboy? You gotta get up out of here with that. I don't know what he was talking about. Some weird shit. Saul ain't stopping nobody recently. Is off the juice. Allegedly, Dixon say, did Israel help Bevel get ready for Canelo? Yeah, that's what Joel said. The video, they had some small video. Floyd asked for $300 to fight Pacquiao in the first fight. What's the difference? He didn't ask for $300 million. Floyd wasn't even gonna fight Pacquiao. Showtime forced him to fight Pacquiao. He didn't ask for no $300 million. That's what he made. He didn't ask for it. He said yes, he helped Beeble. Said Fred always getting slapped. What the 5 finger say to slap nigga? Bud was landing 4 punch combos, trying from boxing the 23rd or the third. Jay Hardaway salute. He said Hamas said I don't like Bud because he like why y'all in here? Y'all ninjas is just weird. Get up out of here. He said they also referring to local dummy behind Crawford. Remember them called top rank. Yeah, them some ninjas that can't stand on their own. You know what I'm saying? Them some ninjas that had needed a community because they was getting bullied individually. That's all it is. He said Donovan, I ain't got a problem with Tank being himself. Man, he ain't that nigga, bro. He not him. He not no street nigga, man. That nigga was in a boxing gym. Y'all think that nigga a street nigga twerking and painting his fingernails and wearing a purse. That don't make you no street nigga, man. That ain't being him. These niggas like to feed into a you get most of them niggas that claim to be street niggas. What's that dude that was with Foolio? I don't know which one, but it was one of Foolio. I don't even know the nigga. But the Foolio kid, and one of his people was saying they don't want to do that. They don't want to be gangster after he got killed no more. That's 90% of ninjas in the hood niggas, man. When the bullets get to flying and niggas get to dropping, they don't want to do it no more. They sound like Smokey in the back of that El Camino on Friday or in the back of that truck. These niggas ain't gangster, bro. Y'all be thinking, oh, they so gangster, you know, and they be snitching and telling, and most of these dudes is bisexual too. Y'all be surprised. These niggas ain't gangster, bro. Telling y'all that, bro. Most of the hood niggas can't fight. They just dirty, autistic, dirty ass ninjas, bro. That's it. They can't fight. You know, they slow. They scammers. Y'all think cause a nigga dirty and got anger problems and he gangster. I mean, niggas just emotional trigger pullers. And when they get to jail and all that and they got to defend themselves, come on, man. We know the rest. He said, yeah, what's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Yeah, if I had the soundboard, if I play it. Devil worshiping purse wearers and nail painters who media push. You ain't lying. That dude that won that 100 meters, Noah, he had his fingernails painted. Dwayne Wade was like, oh, see, he got his fingernails painted. Like, dude, it is wild out here. And y'all think it's going to be bad when Kamala Harris is in office. They trying to get the governor of California to run. That idiot, Gavin Newsom, oh, man, you better pack your bags now. Democrats, the liberal, they don't understand Democrats and liberals go hand in hand, bro. All this fingernail painting, purse wearing, you know what I'm saying? And all that type of stuff, that's what's coming with them. That's them. Most people are not aware of that. A lot of these people say, well, I'm tired of all them pushing the rainbow community, but then you voting Democrat. What are you talking about? That's what it being a Democrat and a liberal it comes with. Now, if you for that, cool. I mean, hey, that's just what you want to be. Obama passed a bunch of them laws for them, bro. It ain't passed one law for us. You know, I understood he couldn't, but dude, you know, the Democrats, you know, when you go around, you see all this rainbow agenda being pushed in on TV and stuff. Look at Obama and the Democrats. That's what y'all vote. That's what we voted for, a lot of us. That's unfortunate. Mayweather wasn't hated. Mayweather said out his own mouth he played the villain. He got hated. He was hated. What are you talking about? He fought Ricky Hatton and they cheered for Ricky Hatton in Las Vegas. What are we talking about? Come on. He played the villain because he had no other choice to play the villain. What do Troy be on, bro? Troy, I don't know. You lost today. You lost every day you come in here. He said Loma Chokehold is number one and he ducked Tank. Well, you know, people say, well, Tank ducked him first. Tank ducked him first. 2 ducks don't make it right. You know, Tank is the one that's the money man. So I guess he feel like he can pick. I don't really care. I don't. He fight Rayo. I'm pulling for Rayo. I like Rayo. He said Boots and Bud ain't fighting. It's undisputed at 54. Canelo. It ain't Canelo. He said no scary. He said Boots and old Bud whooping his ass. I mean, Boots, I don't know why Boots, you know, Boots is just trying to attach his name to him, but for Boots, the sky's the limit if he take his time. You know, him and Virgil Ortiz may always be a weight class apart. I'm not even sure Virgil Ortiz can make 154. Canelo ain't never dropping 54 alone 60. You know, he ain't doing no catch weight. Especially for no brother. 150 is saying and no and making it sound like yes. I mean, shit, this all it's ever didn't know. He said and I seen an interview he did with Sway Universe. He said he keep 80% of all the concessions and ticket sales and all that or something like that. He was saying he's scared he might get beat. He respect Bud. I mean, it's what a too bad Pacquiao ain't younger. I enjoy watching him box against any of these. Man, he tear these niggas up. Only person that got a real chance versus Manny Pacquiao, like at 47, I would say it's Terence Crawford, and possibly if Boots develop. That's it. Virgil Ortiz at 47, we just never got a chance to see him develop, to be honest. But that's about it, man. He done fucked Errol Spence up. You see what he did to Keith Thurman. He fucked Errol Spence up. The only other person I kind of see that generation like causing a problem is probably Sean Porter. But Sean Porter a problem for everybody. So Sean Porter, Bud, Boots. That's about it. That's about it. Andre 3,000, 2,000. Why you call my boy? Yeah, when he turned to 3,000, yeah, he turned. Erykah Badu put that Oak Cliff cooter catter on him. He said that's the problem with Shakur. He doesn't realize his job is entertain. Are you not entertained? M said, yeah, your job is to entertain, bro. Your job is to entertain. Do you still think Crawford retires in like one? I don't know, man. I would. I can go enjoy my family. But a lot of dudes don't be wanting to go home and be with their family all the time. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. A lot of niggas don't be wanting to do that day-to-day shit with their kids. They want to be there, but every day, what he gonna do after boxing to feel that competitive edge? Just work at the gym? That ain't gonna do it. So he got to find something that's gonna feel that competitive edge. He said no one ever wanted to fight Pac. No one wanted that. Man, people wanted to fight Pac. Pacquiao would drain the fuck out you too. That's another thing about Pacquiao. Pacquiao will drain you. No diddy. He can fight. He said can't be from the streets when you're an elite pro or an elite amateur. No one be King Von. They too emotional. Newsom is a clown. Yup. You can literally steal. Well, how much can you steal in California and walk out the store and they can't do nothing with you as long as it's under a stack? Like, man, California, man, they kill Cali, bro. And you gonna bring that virus into the rest of the United States is wild. But most people don't even study on politics for real. You don't even know you go to California, steal $1,000 worth of stuff and walk out the store. You know what I'm saying? What's the ticket? What's the price ticket out there you can steal and walk out the store and they can't do nothing to you? He said street dudes don't have time to be in boxing at all. I ain't really talking politics. I'm just kind of connecting the dots for you ninjas. He married to a dude too. Yeah, Kamala, she did the first same-sex marriage in California too. We know the sisters love, the rainbow community, bro. We stop at that. Ports and Boots would be crazy. Yeah. Porter is hard fight for anybody. Porter, grown man, he's an entertainer. You don't play boxing. Boxing is no. You gotta entertain. You gotta entertain. If you don't entertain, especially if everything is pay-per-view, pay-per-app, you have to entertain. If you gotta entertain inside the ring or outside the ring. And if you can do both, you're a rare breed. It ain't too many people that put a show on outside the ring and inside the ring. Come on, Mike Tyson's on the short list, but it was more of his persona than him entertaining outside the ring. Then if you don't entertain people, then they won't buy. What are you talking about? Will you go buy a TV that didn't fucking work? Ask yourself that. Keith, would you go buy a TV that didn't work? Just to sit in your living room and say, well, I got an 80-inch, and it don't work. I thought so. Under 1,000 in Cali. Cali is super whack. Yep, I knew it was something like that under a stack. You could walk out the store. That's why they did all those snatches and grabs and stole all those sneakers. That's why they double tapped the screen and like the view. That's why they stole all them sneakers and shit. They was doing them snatches and grabs at the Nike store and all that. And that's another reason that, a lot of the world, I heard what happened in Bangladesh. I don't hear nobody talking about it. Only reason I know it, because I had a coworker And he was distraught this morning, and apparently in Bangladesh, I'm gonna just say allegedly under 900. Okay, there's one of them that they overtook their military and their government, and it was led by a woman. It was led by a woman. So they overthrew the government or something like that over there in Bangladesh. So he was had to check on his family. So yeah, the military got overthrown over there. Bangladesh women is fine as hell too, by the way. We got a few of them around here. So yeah, they overthrew the government, the military, led by a woman. So you wanna know why, World War III is they talking about doing that? It ain't got nothing to do with America sticking their nose in where they shouldn't be at. They've been doing that forever. It always got something to do with it, but it got a lot to do with the liberal ways that's becoming contagious outside of the West. All that's, if you go to like what is it, Denmark? Is it Denmark the Dutch? Don't excuse my ignorance. Like, they say Dutch dating, that come from I think Denmark. They Dutch date. The women will pay for the date, will pay for the date for the men in the Dutch community, whatever it's called. Or it's normal for them to split the date down the middle. So the women really, a lot of times in that community, the women pay to date the men for the most part. They pay for the dates, they court the men. You know what I'm saying? And I think is that the community where most of the average height of the men are 6'2" and 6'3" and up, and the women are pretty tall too. So imagine, they got it good over there in Danish, whatever, Dutch, or whatever that shit is at Denmark, I believe it is. And they like the way they dating, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to Denmark if you short, by the way. And as a man. And you go over there, and now the Western values are coming over there. That's what they got against America. And if you start looking around the countries, that's starting to adopt that mindset, they're starting to be in the birth defect. Their birth rate are declining rapidly. And the countries that birth rate is rising are third world countries. That should tell you everything you need to know right there. The developed countries in Africa, birth rate are on a decline. The the world kind of countries, or the lower developed, underdeveloped countries in Africa, their birth rates are on the rise and going up. If you go to France and you seen what happened in the Olympics, did you know France are like paying young teenage women to freeze their eggs because they not having enough babies? So if they want to change their mind down the road and have kids, they'll have their eggs frozen. They paying them or paying for their eggs to be frozen. They not procreating the way they should be procreating in France. And France was known for the French kiss and everything. In places in Japan, they're asking black American men to come over there and impregnate their women because they prioritize keeping male babies over female babies. And now they miscalculated. You need to have way more females than men who want to go to an institution, a higher institution where it's more males than females. Never. So you got to look at all them type of things that's going on in the world. You got to stay up to date. The migrants, everybody not worried about the migrant crisis. I had to school Kobe on that. Like, that's very important. Not everybody just 6 months and a year behind is figuring out that they giving them all this money. Yes, they got their nails done, iPhones, they getting pregnant over here. They giving them cars, jobs, all types of stuff. To replace who? You, black man. They replacing you. So these are all the things that you got to stay up to date on, and you got to do your research on. And why? And another thing too, and I'm gonna spit to this. All you brothers and sisters that's living in sanctuary cities, Chicago, Houston, Atlanta, Denver, New York. A lot of them STIs and STD numbers is spiking up, and they blaming black men for that. But in fact, one of the presidents, I never really got it confirmed which one. Some people say Obama allegedly. They signed a bill where a lot of them people coming from Venezuela and from third world countries, they can, in Colombia, they in Brazil, and wherever they coming from, most of them Venezuela, they can come to the country. They don't have to pass any test. So they come in. We know in them third world countries, especially if you start talking about Brazil, the houses in Virginia rate is very, very high there. So now they can come into the country, not get tested, and now they bringing stuff into the country and they blaming black people. Look at Houston. The numbers are very, very high. They coming into this country and bringing the diseases with them. And they're blaming black people. Come on. If you go through New York City, they have brothels. Kamala Harris is telling them it's okay to be an SA worker or a sex worker. She's okay with that. It's work. They didn't legalize weed. They didn't legalize being a sex. That's dangerous. The mayor, what's his name, Eric, whatever, in New York City was telling them it's okay to sell yourself. They have brothels on the streets of New York when the kids walking to school. That's wild, bro. So these women coming from Venezuela bringing all types of shit. And people sleeping with them, man. It's nasty work. These are what they not telling you. Now your daughter gonna be able to turn 18. That next thing the number gonna be 16, and she could be a sex worker. Like, come on, man. And y'all wonder why these other countries getting mad at America, bruh. It's a trend-setting country. So now it's starting to trickle over into other societies, bro. Even Saudi Arabia starting to be a little bit more lenient on their women. They starting to do a little bit more. And best believe a lot of they women come over here in the Middle East and they get loose. Trust me, I got a couple homies that smacked out. On a consistent basis, they get loose. This culture is contagious. He said, I can't take you tonight. You speaking facts on beast mode. Shout out to Tommy. Says under 900. He said F Canelo and the rest of them glorified. Talking slick. Shout out to In Conquest 2. He said, yes, I will buy if I'm a fan. I'm already knowing I'm getting from Secure. He said, whoa, really, their military was being whacked. It's what women took it down the middle. Well, it was led by a woman. That's what it was led by a woman for what they told me. Yeah, they women are beautiful in Bangladesh, though. They are beautiful, though, but shit, it is what it is. Pryor versus Tank. Man, Pryor make Tank his bitch. He said, yo, did anybody see PBC finally release the Crawford? Yeah, we seen that. Said fertility rate links to microplastic found in 100% of sperm samples recently allegedly is in water and in food. Yeah, I could believe that. You know, they use fluoride in our water and in some of our toothpaste, and that's what they use I can't say his name, but, that's what he used to take out them people in Germany. How about that? USA loosened up all the women. Yeah, they did. And I was contagious. Everybody, I'm every woman is gonna see. Whoa. Yep, everybody. I mean, it is what it is. They've done experiments. That rat experiments, Chris knows what's called. I forget the name of it. I got it bookmarked on my computer, where the female rats became the dominant species in a community, and it killed in the community died off. It's called some experiment. So I need that DEM supplement too. This place is wicked. Oh yeah, I've been taking DEM for it'll be 3 weeks and on Thursday. So give me about 4 to 6 weeks, and I can tell you. How it's doing. But yeah, you're gonna piss orange though a little bit. I just think it's because of the supplement. Somebody said in the comments that it was the estrogen getting out your body, but it was the supplement. But yeah, you got to supplement because food ain't as nutritious. But yeah, fluoride is wicked, bro. Like, Adonis Modern Bruce told me, like, he put a water filter on his house. So if you buy a house, get a water filter, and that help, or go to the African store and get you some non-fluoride toothpaste. I bought some in Charlotte some years ago. It was straight. But yeah, let me get out of here, man. I stayed a little bit longer than I was supposed to. I appreciate y'all. Got to everybody comment. Double tap the screen on your way out. Share the video. But yeah, I'll let you know how that DEM going as well. I found some shit called if you going bald or your hair is issue. I think it helped with testosterone. But I never took it before. I just studied it. Saw palmetto is in some of the supplements. It's called saw palmetto. I found out something called Baron too. So I'm at some point in the immediate future, I'm gonna test both of those supplements out and tell y'all, what I think. I talk about them on the Patreon too. So I talked about Tribulus terrarius, and I did another one. I did L-citrulline and L-arginine too the other day. If y'all missed that video on the Goodfella TV side of things, so yeah, I did those as well too. So But yeah, appreciate y'all. He said, but yeah, he said, yeah, saw palmetto is a DHT blocker, which causes men to lose hair. So there you go, right then and there. I think it also helps with I think it also helps with it boosts testosterone too, or free testosterone. I could be wrong on that though, but yeah, saw palmetto. I hear a lot of good things about that as well too. If you're going gray, I heard copper also helps you stop. Even if you notice, a lot of us is going gray fast. Niggas 30 in the mid 30s going gray. I mean, that should tell you a lot there, right there as well too. It helps with prostate issues too. With prostate, yeah, probably help. Yeah, a few things I take help with prostate. So when your piss starts slowing down, that's like when you in your 40s or 50s or whatever. But you should be working on your prostate right now. Yeah, saw palmetto. I heard pretty much good things about that supplement. But let me get out of here, man, and I'm gonna finish watching the Batman on Amazon. It's the #1 show on Prime. So they kind of redid the '90s Batman cartoon. It's straight, it knocked the boys out the #1 spot, so I had to watch it. But hey, peace.